Welcome to episode number 14 of the Mastering Marriage podcast, where our goal is to strengthen, unite, and restore your marriage. Hi everybody, my name is Amanda Taylor, and together with my husband David, we are the co-founders of MendarMarriage.com. And our goal is to break the back of divorce by bringing married couples together to be accountable, keep the passion alive, and expose the hidden issues that try to rip marriages apart. And we are back in the booth today with another listener's question, here again with me, Amanda Taylor, and my co-host, my husband, my honey, David Taylor.
DTZ. What's up, y'all? We are back, and thank you for all of the support and everything that we've been receiving from you guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know, we appreciate the members who are joining. We appreciate people that are sharing our message and that are supporting us. We cannot do this without you. So
yes, a lot of love we've been getting.
A lot of love. So we thank you guys, and we're on episode number 14. That's huge for us, right? Because that's 2 times the amount that most people don't make it towards. You know, remember, like I said before, most people don't make it past episode number 7 when they start a podcast. We doubled up, and we're going to continue to keep this thing going.
That's right.
Remember to submit your questions so that we can provide information for you guys, okay? So keep asking questions because we're going to keep answering questions. And before we get to this question, just know that this podcast is brought to you on behalf of MendOurMarriage.com, where our mission is to break the back of divorce.
Breaking backs.
Breaking backs, like Bane did Batman. Okay, maybe y'all didn't get somebody got that one.
Somebody.
But that's our goal, and with your help, we would like to help you guys out. Or I guess with your willingness, we would like to help you guys out in terms of helping your marriage to be stronger and to survive. All marriages go through rough patches and dry seasons. That's all marriages. So just make sure that you know that when those dry seasons come, you got somebody here that got your back, okay? So visit our website, take a look at our blogs, listen to our podcast, and join our membership community. We want to see y'all. We want to speak to y'all, okay? We got some big things coming. So anyway, we have a question today that is, it hits close to home. Right, baby?
Very close.
This is,
very close to home.
It's a very... It almost sounds like something Mandy would write to somebody else. So I'm going to read it, and then I'm just going to hand this one off to Mandy. I may co-sign a little bit, but this is something that Mandy knows all too well. So anyway, here's the question. My situation is very critical. My husband has completely checked out of the marriage and wants to move out and get a divorce. We have been married for 6 years, and I thought everything was going great until last September when he told me he doesn't love me. My question is, how do I continue to fight for my marriage and show my husband that we can get through this if he is completely not interested and I believe he may be having an affair? All right, so Mandy, this is all yours. What you got for her?
All right, so I'm going to go through these a little bit more quickly because this is a shorter show, but I do have
well, you know what though, I mean, this just sounds really serious, so if you need to spend some more time on it, you know, go ahead and do that, and I'll just ad-lib or take my part out.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 main points that we want to focus on, and then I'm going to give you tips for how to, you know, go forward with, you know, restoring your marriage. All right, so number 1, first and foremost, your husband has to be willing to stay and work on the marriage. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying 50-50 or 100-100. I can definitely vouch. When David and I went through this exact situation, all David could offer me was, I'm here, but that's all I can say. I can't say I necessarily want to be here. I don't know if I want to be here, but I'm going to stay and see what happens. I'm going to stay and be open to the process.
Yeah.
So he at least has to be open to the process in order for anything to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if it's 1%.
Yeah, even if it's 1%, he has to give you something.
Something, yeah.
Okay. All right. So number 2, the second thing that's going to be very, very crucial is that you do not change who you are. You do not change who you are. So if you let this situation change you, meaning you become angry or bitter or super emotional and desperate,
Ooh.
okay, then this could push him further away and make him not want to be committed to the process.
That's a good point.
Okay.
And
you have something you want to add something to
yeah,
that?
because I remember when we were going through this, you didn't become anything. You still made my tea in the morning. You still did the laundry. You still looked after the house. I mean, even though we were kind of living like roommates, you still continued to do your wifely duties. You know what I mean? And you didn't become angry. And to this day, I still ask my wife, where did the anger go? Because she didn't give me any anger. She didn't talk down to me or badmouth me to her family. She didn't do any of that. And I believe that's one of the main reasons why I decided to stay, because she showed me such a loyalty that I've never seen before that it broke me. It literally broke me. So your loyalty, if you stay the same
and stay consistent.
Oh, that's good, baby. If you do that, it'll break him. It will truly break his heart.
All right. So again, those first two, really quick, was he has to be committed to the process, even if it's just 1%. And you cannot change.
Yeah.
You have to stay consistent in who you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Going back to the initial point, and then I'm gonna give it back to you. If he is having an affair, he has to cut that off.
Exactly.
It will not work. It will not work if he still keeps those ties and those lines of communication open with the other girl, because it'll just be a distraction for him. So anyway, go ahead.
All
baby.
right. Thanks
Sorry
for
about
that.
Just
No,
wanted to
that's
add
okay.
that.
So I know, ladies, you're probably thinking, what David was thinking. Well, how in the world did you do that? How did you remain consistent? How did you,
baby?
How did you continue on? So I'm going to give you 4 different tips to help you stay consistent and to save your marriage. Okay. And so the first one for me was prayer. Okay. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, everybody says that, but it's about how you pray. Okay. How are you praying? Are you praying and saying, God, he is so wrong, and can you just, change him and make him different, and you're totally focused on all the wrong that your husband is doing. But you have to pray prayers that sound more like this. Lord, I thank you for your strength. I thank you for your wisdom. I thank you for your healing. I thank you for your peace. You have to get into a mode of thanksgiving. You have to get into a mode of upward thinking. Okay.
So that's good, because that means that you have to have a more optimistic look out.
Correct. You have to have more of an optimistic look at the situation. So the things that you want in your marriage, you need to declare them and pray them to the Lord. You need to start thanking God for those things before you see them.
That's good.
Okay? So that's really important. So it's going to lead me to my next point here in just a second. But also you need to pray and thank God for the restoration of your husband. And if there is another woman, you have to pray for her too.
Ooh, that may be difficult to do.
That's going to be difficult.
Wow.
That's
good, though.
But the word tells us to pray for our enemies.
Yes.
That we must bless them.
Come on.
Okay? And so we forget that. It's, when somebody cuts us off, in the road, or when our spouse gets on our nerve, we forget that part of Scripture. But it says to bless our enemies.
Yeah, we usually curse our enemies instead of blessing them.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And that's where we start to make our own Scripture up. But that's for another show.
That's another show.
That's another show.
Okay.
All right. So, again, you have to pray those things into existence that you want, and pray for him and pray for her if there is a woman. Okay. That way it will put you in a position of when those thoughts and feelings start to rise up in you, when you start to think about all those things, then those prayers and things can come up and push those negative thoughts and emotions out.
So you're kind of reprogramming your mind.
You're reprogramming your heart and your mind.
Ooh, your heart and your mind. Okay. I see you, baby.
You're submitting your heart to God to where it's pliable and it's not going to be hard.
So he can heal it.
Correct.
Ooh, I like that.
All right, so number 2 piggybacks off of prayer. So you're going to need to make sure that you get some positive quotes in Scripture that you're declaring over yourself daily. And sometimes I can tell you during the process, it was minute by minute, hour by hour, literally day by day for me. And every chance that I got, I had those scriptures before me, and I declared them over myself to where literally it was like repeating in my spirit and in my mind, to where, again, there was very little room for the negative things to creep in. I would immediately declare the scriptures.
So that's what kept the anger away.
Yes, greater
like
is he that's in me than he that's in the world. And God told me that he will never leave me or forsake me even until the end of the earth. You know, you would keep me in perfect peace if my mind is stayed on you. I would declare those scriptures over and over and over again. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. I could keep going because those things were in my heart and in my mind. But you have to declare those things. And even if you have favorite quotes, you need to get those things and declare them on a daily basis, sometimes on an hourly basis, to make sure that your spirit and your mind is filled up with the things that are positive and of God.
Now, would you recommend doing like you did? Because I know you printed off some things and you had them on your mirror in the bathroom and on the wall.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe even in your car, and so that way you always saw.
I even recorded myself on my voice recorder on my phone, and I would play those things over and over again. And I want y'all to stay tuned because later on we will have some declarations and things for you all to be able to use when you have those times.
Oh, I like that.
All right. So leading into the next thing. Music is something that was really soothing.
Like hip hop and R&B, or are we talking?
No, I'm not talking about hip hop and R&B. Unless you want
Confessions by
no.
by Usher, no.
No. Unless you want those wounds to stay open, unless you want to become bitter and mad, go ahead and listen to that rap and R&B and those love songs, those woe is me songs. But no, I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about things that are going to be uplifting.
Okay.
Music that's going to say I am an overcomer. Music that is telling who, I know who I am. Okay, those types of songs, the songs that speak to you and that will uplift you, and that in the blink of an eye, you can start singing these things and they're in your spirit. Again, this is just another thing you can use to push out the negative.
I like that.
Because, music really resounds with us. And I know David always used the example of the song, what is it?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
The Folgers song. I was going to sing
the best part of waking up.
And I'm sure you can finish the rest of that song.
Folgers in your cup.
So that songs stick with us and resonate with us. And so, again, just like the quotes, just like the prayer, you have to get in those things repetitively. That way those negative things can have no room to get in.
That's good.
Okay, and then number 4 is also really important, having a support system in place. We're not, I definitely don't believe you have to go through something like this on your own, but you have to be very strategic about who the support system is. Because you need someone. It doesn't have to be, more than just one person, or it can be a couple of people. But you need people who are objective, optimistic, and positive. Objective, meaning that they are not condemning your husband and putting him down to you and telling you, everything that you're doing is right. Somebody who is objective and who is praying for you and him and for your marriage. Optimistic, meaning that they are positive. And that they are for your marriage, and they are looking to help you to restore your marriage, and they're praying those prayers over you and over your husband. And again, positive. They have a great outlook on the situation, and they're rooting for you guys. And so those are all the tips that I have. Those are the things that I did, and they kept me strong during the fight for my marriage.
And they worked, because I'm here. I'm here, baby. What you want? What you want with me, huh? What you want to do?
You so funny. Yeah, my husband is here, so I thank God for that.
Babe, that was some good stuff. There really was some really good information, and I honestly think that her hearing this will help. So you listening, and we're going to email this to you, you stay in the fight.
Yes.
And look, we do have a membership community designed for people who are looking to really rehabilitate their marriage.
Right.
And so go to the deluxe package, and you can actually have direct contact with us twice a month to where we can actually walk you through these steps. You don't have to do it by yourself.
No, you really don't.
So, but anyway, we're coming up on the 15-minute mark. That was a wealth of information, baby. You dropped some nuggets. So if you guys need to listen to this again, do it. Share this with those who need it because we know y'all out there.
Please
okay?
do.
And then also send us your messages. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave a rating and a review. Okay?
Yes, I want to know if this information was useful to you.
Yes, please let us know. Please let us know. But anyway, we appreciate your time, guys.
Thank you.
And y'all, look, we'll see y'all on Friday.
We love y'all.
Episode number 15 coming up next.
All right.
Deuces.
Deuces.